Hey guys, welcome to the Trophy Life podcast. I'm your host, Tara Smith. From beauty to wellness, wife life, motherhood, and everything feminine in between, the Trophy Life podcast is a place where you can feel inspired and empowered and ultimately create the life that you desire and deserve. It's hot to romanticize your life, so grab a mocktail or your favorite cozy beverage and let's get into it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trophy Life. I am very excited for today's episode because we're just going to be getting into all things girly. And I'm excited about that because I love a good girly situation. Like there's nothing better in life. Okay, so I'm not going to do any favorites for the week because I basically have an entire list of spring favorites. So we're just going to jump on in and I'm really excited. Like I said, because I feel like I've been needing a good girly podcast episode. Just all the good, fun, feminine energy. So I will give you guys a little life update though. I am currently, I have like dog hair on my mic and it's driving me insane because Luna loves coming over to my desk. I am getting ready for a wedding. My brother-in-law's wedding. They are getting married in Hawaii. So getting ready for that, which I'm really excited about because I feel like I've been needing a little vacation. And yeah, I'm excited to go to Hawaii. I love Hawaii. We have a family beach house in Hawaii. So it's fun that I know exactly where I'm going to be. We have our days planned out just because we know what to expect. So I'm really excited about that. And the girls, Nova and Luna, are actually going to a dog trainer while we're gone. So I'm excited about that. I know Luna, she's so young. So hopefully she'll be able to learn a few things like walking on her leash, but Nova also pulls on her leash. So Nova has never been to a dog trainer. So I'm excited for both of them to kind of just fine tune their doggy skills, if you will. So excited about that. There's nothing really else life update wise. I did get a Colombian lymphatic massage yesterday. Holy crap. I have bruises all over my entire body. I'm not exaggerating. And I'll talk about it more in this episode, but it was the most painful thing I've ever been through, but I noticed immediate results after, which I literally the whole time I was like, this is what they mean when they say beauty is pain. Like lip filler, not even close to the same level of pain. Also, you get numb when you get lip filler. Okay, so for our spring hot list, I want to first start off with style. I think style is so fun and I love fashion, but I have been noticing that from COVID, I talked about this in a previous episode. I've been noticing from COVID, I feel like I just kind of gave up and I have no personal style where I definitely did previous to COVID. And I'm getting my hair done today. So I'm wearing a t-shirt and pants. I always wear stuff that if it were to get dye on it, it would be fine. Even though I'm not using hair dye anyways, because one time I did not do that and I ruined one of my favorite shirts. So, and I have to wear comfy clothes because after the lymphatic massage, your body needs to, drain everything. And so you don't want to wear tight clothes. But that has been something I've been consciously trying to do is getting dressed more and romanticizing that aspect of my life because especially when I was pregnant, I really quickly couldn't fit into my clothes and mostly just due to bloating. It wasn't actual weight, but I did have a lot of water retention, I think due to higher estrogen when I was pregnant. And so I gained a lot of water weight and thankfully a lot of it has been going down, which has been really great. But it's still a work in progress. It's crazy how our bodies are they can change so quickly when you give them the, what's the word I'm looking for? When you give them an environment to thrive in. So I'm excited with style. One thing that really inspires me and has been inspiring me, I would say since February, and it kind of kicked it off with Valentine's Day, is just red everything. I was already really obsessed with the color red starting in fall of 2024, but I'm very much so just really honing into that. And like you guys know I love like a red nail. Like I am getting my nails done tomorrow, or no, Friday. And I was like, oh, should I do like my classic red nail? But then I'm like, oh, I'm going to Hawaii, so it could be fun to like do something a little different. But I just love a good red nail. And specifically, I'm loving like the brighter reds right now. I think like the deeper, darker reds are so pretty for fall. And then you get into the brighter reds for spring. Oh, it's just like, it's the best. So love red everything. I have a red Coach purse that I bought last fall and I love it. It's just like so cute. It goes with everything. Actually, I have 2 Coach bags that I've just been using a lot, grabbing towards a lot this month, specifically in March. Which also, happy first day of spring today. If you didn't know, March 20th is actually the first official day of spring. So this episode just fits so perfectly. And I was so excited and over the moon to film this for that reason, like extra. So I'm excited. Okay, the next thing is the white tank top theory. Now, like this could be like white tank tops, white t-shirts. It's the same thing to me. But the theory is, I saw this on TikTok and I was obsessed. I can't remember the original creator who brought this up, but she was saying that if you can walk into a room and you're wearing a white tank top and like jeans and, you know, you just kind of style it from there. If you can be like the best dressed person in the room with a white tank top on, then you're just really like that girl. And I was like, that's so true. And honestly, some of my favorite like outfits I've ever created are just so simple and not overcomplicated. And I love a good white t-shirt, white tank top with your hair done. You got like a fresh blowout and then you got like a cute pair of jeans. That looks so good. And of course, jewelry. You can't forget the jewelry. It looks so good when you're like done up like that. Like I am obsessed. And so I'm really excited. I know it sounds like so basic to say I'm obsessed with that vibe and that style, but it really is such a good basic to build off of, especially if you're intimidated by anything like with a lot of patterns or you like to keep things simple. Like I definitely like to keep things more simple when it comes to my style. The third thing in the style realm is polka dots. I love polka dots. Oh my gosh. Like I have been really gravitating towards them really since like, again, probably like last fall. It's kind of like bleeding into the springtime, but I probably haven't been this like, you know, drawn to polka dots since like 2019. I was very into polka dots in 2019 as well. More so like pink and black polka dots, like pink shirts with black polka dots on them and like big sleeves. Like I loved that vibe. I would say it's a little bit more toned down now where it's like more black with white polka dots, like a little bit more chic, old money, like that type of vibe. Because again, I really usually don't like a lot of color. Like I don't even think it's boring. I think I just like to keep it simple and I just love how it looks. Like I feel so elevated and maybe it's just a thing as you get older, you like to wear more neutral tones. But speaking of color, I do love butter yellow. Like think like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days when she's wearing that yellow dress, like butter yellow with like silk specifically. It's so chic and classy and it just looks so feminine and beautiful. And so I love butter yellow. I think there's a really fine line where you can cross really easily where it's like not the vibe IMO. Like I'm sorry if you like yellow cardigans, but I just feel like yellow cardigans, I feel like I look like I'm 12 and I'm like, no. Like the vibe is chic, classy. Again, I hate the word like old money, but it's just like timeless. Like old money is just people loving the timeless style. And I feel like butter yellow is like a silk skirt or a silk dress, a silk tank top. Like it's I honestly, most of the time like to stay away from cardigans specifically, unless they're like the cropped ones or they are, you know, I honestly don't even know. Like I like sometimes like a really oversized chunky cardigan, but that's usually only in like the winter. Like I don't really love them in the springtime. And I feel like people gravitate towards them too much as like a stylistic cop out where they're just like, and And I think layers are cute, but I just am not really a cardigan girl. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay. Next thing I love in the spring and the summer is baseball caps, specifically Ralph Lauren caps. Ralph Lauren caps fit so good. It's actually crazy how good they fit. They fit like a glove. They fit my head better than any hat I've ever worn. Specifically, I have this one hat that I wear. It's kind of like a beigey color with like the little blue logo in the center, the Ralph Lauren logo. And I love that hat. Oh my gosh, more than anything. It's so good. So love a good Ralph Lauren hat. I also have their Ralph's coffee hat, and I do love that one, but it doesn't fit quite as good as my other one. Bows in the hair. Always a good bow in the hair. I love wearing a light blue bow in my hair, specifically as like a little nod to Trophy Life, because that's one of our main colors. And I just think bows elevate your outfit so much. You can take the most basic, simple outfit, and again, it just kind of like adds that really fun, feminine element to it that I'm just obsessed with. I think it's very cute and girly and fun and like frilly a little bit. Like I just love it. I think it's cute. But again, it's like, it's not too much. It's not too much where it's like you can still be clean girl vibes, but then also have that element of very feminine at the same time. Speaking of feminine, ballet core. Specifically, I know these are so basic because everyone, it feels like, is wearing them. I love the wrap tops for Pilates specifically. And when I'm going to Pilates, I want to tap into my ballet core version of myself. Okay, I have a lot of versions of myself, and that's the one I'm picking if I'm going to Pilates. I love them. I think they're so cute. I also love wearing a long sleeve because a lot of times I feel like in Pilates studios, I'm cold. So wearing a long sleeve is perfect. And you're not sweating so much where like you're going to be hot. You know what I mean? So I love the wrap tops for Pilates. Maybe yoga too. But yoga, you're kind of like doing more. I don't know if I'd wear it to yoga. I think I'd stick to like a jumpsuit in yoga. Last thing with ballet core is ballet flats. These have been in style for a few years now, and I just love them so much. I'm 5'9". I'm already a tall girly. So I kind of like to stick with flats for the most part because I do love a good heel occasionally, but I just love how easy a flat is. Like I love it. They're so comfy. Dolce Vita has my favorite ballet flats. They are so comfortable. And I have a bunch of my favorites linked on my Shop My. That's where I always link everything on my Shop My, but I just love, oh my gosh. I wore some yesterday and I wore a cute like silk skirt and then some black ballet flats. And I was like, this is just the vibe. This is so cute. Okay. Oh, last thing I want to say about cardigans is I think I like cardigans if they're black. But I feel like besides that color, sometimes like gray or like a beige, but color cardigans, I just think I'm very turned off to because again, I feel like I'm 12, but I forgot to say that about cardigans. So I had to say that. Okay. The last thing on our style hot list is oversized woven and not woven tote bags. But I love like the woven look. I think it's so cute, mostly for summer, but I think it's a good thing to like keep on your radar in the spring because it'll just really, you'll get a lot of use out of it. I think like brown, black, and olive green are so cute in the woven texture. And I love this new tote bag that I got. I love the brand Freya. I've talked about them before on my Instagram stories. I got a bag from them it was like the end of last summer. And I am so obsessed with it. I use it all the time. It's like a small brown chocolate brown bag. I get so many compliments on that bag. And I love, again, this is linked in my Shop My, but I love how the simplicity of their brand, like their logo is so small on there, but the quality of their bags is really good. And I really like it. So I'm obsessed with that bag. And they're also not like, they're not going to break the bank. I think my bag was like $250 or something, which I feel like is a great price point for a good quality bag. Let's get into beauty. I love a good beauty trend as much as the next girl. Obsessed. But when it comes to beauty, specifically in the spring, one thing I really love is just a minimal makeup look. So kind of like I have today. Again, I feel like I look like I'm bald because I'm getting my hair done. And so I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days because I never wash it right before I get it done, because especially if you're adding color to it, it's just too much on your hair. But I love like having a hoop in or some sort of an earring. I got my tallow moisturizer on my skin, and then some of my Ilia base or face milk, and the e.l.f. Camo Glow. I actually am wearing Dibs today because I need to find my Say bronzer. I don't know where it went. But I have Dibs on my cheek and my contour, and then just some Hourglass highlighter situation going on. And I love this makeup look. It's so easy. It's good for like an everyday situation. And my Kosas concealer. I can't forget about the Kosas concealer and the pink setting powder, their new Cloud Set powder. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it. I love that. Specifically, a nod to the no mascara though. No mascara is such a move. It just looks so good. Okay. Speaking of like moisturizer, like I was saying, my homemade tallow moisturizer, I just tried out a new recipe a few days ago and I really like it. I've still been trying to perfect the perfect recipe for quite some time now. You guys have heard me talk about this, but tallow has literally changed my skin in so many different ways. It's helped with my redness. It's helped with my acne. I literally used to have like small little bumps all over my skin. I don't even know what those were. And now there's nothing. There's literally nothing on my skin. Usually if my skin looks bad, it's usually because of the makeup that I'm wearing. It's not because of my actual skin, which is like the best problem to have in the world. So it's like literally, it makes my skin look like silk. It's like silk skin in a bottle, and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, the next thing is clean beauty overall. Just taking out toxic hormone disrupting ingredients. I have been very conscious of this, and I don't like that I was wearing my Dibs stuff today because their products are actually like, they're not clean at all. And my like level of standard for clean beauty is so high that literally no brand even touches it. And I don't know why this isn't a thing. I don't understand why women's health is like so overslept in the makeup and beauty department. Don't even get me started. Actually, I will get started. It is such an issue because when you think about it, your skin is your literal biggest organ on your body. Why is it that it's okay to put so many harsh hormone disrupting chemicals, cancer causing chemicals in makeup that you would never put into food? Like, what's the difference? And it literally absorbs into your bloodstream. That's what's so crazy. Or it can get into your mouth. It can get into your eyes. Like I'm so passionate about this because as someone who has autoimmune and has had family members with cancer and all these things, I just think about the deodorant that they're putting on their body, the hairspray that they're using, and like their talc-filled makeup products. And I'm just like, I just really want to change that one day. I really want it. It's something I'm very passionate about. And I really hope that it can be something that I make an impact in because, like I said, I'm very passionate about it. And I don't think that women should have to sacrifice their wanting to wear makeup just to not also sacrifice their health. Like, you shouldn't have to sacrifice your health in order to wear makeup. And that's what women do every day, whether they realize it or not. So now I'm off my tangent, which is why, by the way, I started making my own tallow-based moisturizer, was because I realized how many chemicals were hurting my skin and were soaking into my skin barrier and therefore further into my bloodstream. And I was like, this is heavily disrupting my hormones. And when I was trying to naturally heal my Hashimoto's, I just was like, this is ridiculous. So I'm on a big journey of that. It's going to take some time, but it's definitely something, again, I'm very passionate about, and I will continue to talk about here on the Trophy Life podcast, because we're all about living our best life and becoming our best self, and health is hot. So there's that. Okay, the next thing is glazed nails. Now, I honestly love rocking a natural nail. Like, kind of speaking to the toxic chemicals and a lot of stuff, I will only now pretty much get a manicure if, again, it's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to be so psycho, but until there's like a better alternative, it just kind of is what it is. But I love a natural nail, and I still love like cleaning up my cuticles, making sure my nails are clean, but I love the look of no polish on the nail. And I kind of go through phases of this. Normally I notice myself in fall time, like loving nail polish. Maybe it's because I like am not tan anymore and I'm like, I need something. But I am getting my nails done. I'm getting a Russian manicure on Friday for the wedding. And so when normally I don't think I would be doing that, I'd probably just keep rocking the short nails. But if I were to put polish on my nails, I love a glaze, like that glazy, what do they call it? They call it something, but it's just where your nails look like, I know it's like the glazed donut trend, like the Hailey Bieber nails, but that is like what I'm thinking of. Oh, it's jelly nails, I think is what it's called. So I love like the jelly nail trend. And speaking of not being tan, I love being naturally tan. I love it so much. When I lived in Orange County, it was nice because like year round, basically, not really year round, but pretty close to year round, you can get sunshine. And I miss that so much. I miss the year round sunshine, especially in the winter in Utah. Like, it's just rough. It's so rough not having the ability to just go outside and lay out when it's like, and it being like 65 degrees outside and sunny. So don't do what I do. Okay. I'm literally telling you not to do what I've been doing. But I have gone to the tanning beds a few times. Now, again, I don't burn. I'm half Persian, so I don't burn literally at all. And I only go in there for like a few minutes, and it's just to build my base up for Hawaii. But hopefully by the time I get home from Hawaii, it will be a little bit, I obviously would way rather get a natural tan from the sun. But living in Utah, you don't get that. And last time I went to Hawaii, got so fried on the first day, even though I wore sunscreen, non-toxic sunscreen, of course. Even though I did all that, I still got fried. And I was like, well, this isn't going to work. Like this, I got to do something different next time. So I'm trying that out again, because Hawaii is so intense and I can't experience that. Like that's worse for me than in the tanning bed that I go to. It's like, they say it's like the same rays as the sun. So whatever. I don't, again, don't do what I do. I'm literally telling you, don't do what I do. Get in the natural sun if you can. Okay. I will tell you my favorite self tanner though. I really love the Tan Luxe tanning water in this. It's like a pink formula. I love it. And it's actually not super toxic. I need to look it up again and look up the ingredients, but from what I was looking up, it doesn't have any dyes in it, which is really great. I know there's another brand on Amazon I've been wanting to try out. Again, I just like don't really like self tanner. It's just like I would rather just be naturally tan. So I kind of will get in a kick with my self tan, and then I'll just forget about it. Okay. Our last topic or last section is wellness, which I'm really excited about because beauty and wellness to me kind of go hand in hand because I think of them in the same realm. But so I was telling you guys at the beginning of this episode that I got a Colombian lymphatic drainage massage yesterday. When I tell you, so I saw this on Facebook and I was like, you know what? I think I will try this out. They use like different techniques. It's called Madero therapy. You could look it up, but essentially they use like a wood therapy tool. So it's like a kind of like if you were to like rub out your calves, like after you go running or whatever, and you use like a massager, it's kind of like that. And they use it over your entire body. And then the place that I also went to, they used like radio frequency in some things too. So they like put something on the back of my legs that was like kind of like engaging my muscles. And I'm not kidding you, I noticed the biggest difference after. I was like, what the heck? Like my butt looks like perkier. And I also have been hitting the Stairmaster every day and lifting weights. So it's a good combination. But after they did the whole like radio frequency, they come over and this girl comes in, she does the lymphatic drainage. By the way, I'm like naked on the table, fully just like, you know, you got like a little covering on, but it's basically nothing. It's like, you know, and in different cultures, I love how they don't like, it's just not a big deal. It's like, it's your body. Like you have to take care of your entire body and that's just the way it is. So she first starts using this like sucking thing on me. Okay, literally you guys, when I tell you this was so painful, I was like, holy crap. So essentially what they're doing is they're using like 4 different tools, like a scraper tool, the wood, like kind of tool for all lymphatic stuff, but they're moving the fat and breaking down like fat deposits in your body and like hard tissue and things that cause like blockage. And especially if you've never had it done before, it apparently hurts really bad the first few times. And it was just like, I was literally, the girl didn't really speak English. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, pain. And I was like, yeah, it was, I'm telling you, like, I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance. No, just, it was a lot. But again, I do feel like it made a difference and I'm still really sore. Like my stomach is really sore. I had them focus mostly on my stomach and like my back area and then a little bit on like my upper legs. It was just like, whoa. So there's that. And it was great. I think I will go back. Obviously you can't do that when you're pregnant. So, because it's just really intense on your body. So I need to like see how my body heals from it. And then I'll kind of just gauge from there how often I want to go before I start trying to get pregnant again. Speaking of like lymphatic drainage and stuff, I love a good gua sha and face sculpting. These are things that I feel like every girl, once you really get into them and you understand the benefits of them, they just make so much sense. And I love like Chinese medicine and I love tapping into different cultures and finding out why they, you know, practice certain things. And Chinese medicine is definitely huge in lymphatic drainage. And it's been something that's been around for years. I mean, lymphatic drainage, but specifically the gua sha and like face sculpting. And I just think it's one of those things that I know sounds like, it kind of sounds woo-woo and it's like, oh, does that really work? No, it really does, because you're moving fluid that gets stuck in your face and puffiness and water retention and you're draining it. So you're literally draining excess fluid and our faces hold so much emotion. And just, you've probably even noticed if you were to like massage your eyebrows, you'll probably notice your eyebrows are a little bit tense, or maybe like when you try to massage them, you'll just notice like, oh, there's some tension. That's just because your face holds a lot of, you know, emotion and your muscles are constantly being engaged. So I like to think of it as like, just like you would go to the gym, it's important to work out your face muscles and your lymphatic system. And I forgot to tell you guys another thing I did at the lymphatic drainage place was they had me stand on this machine where it like shakes back and forth. And she said it's really good for your lymphatic system. So that was another thing that I did. It was like a full like 2-hour session. It was like so intense, but again, can't argue with results. So, and their before and afters that they have are insane as well. Okay. So yeah, I love a good gua sha and face sculpting. I love using jojoba oil to, like when I'm gua shaing, I love just putting natural jojoba oil on my skin. It's great. You want to make sure you have an oil on your face when you're doing any sculpting. I'll sometimes have like my tallow on in the morning when I put that on. So I also love that. And I'll do like my face roller or the gua sha. I'll usually do the gua sha at night and then I'll do my face roller in the morning. Speaking of all things health, I also love lemon water. I think lemon water is one of the best tips to just easily spice up your wellness routine and really amp things up in that area, and it's just so easy, and it helps to detox your gut and digestion. It helps your skin glow. There's just so many benefits to lemon water. Colby and I go through like 2 lemons every day in our house. And I buy like a pound of lemons every day. And I'm like, I got to buy like 2 pounds for a whole week or week and a half, because we just crank through those things. Okay. Next thing we have is creatine and collagen. Oh my gosh, I love creatine so much. And I really try to get a lot of creatine and collagen in just food that I eat, like beef specifically, or beef organs, beef liver, stuff like that, because there really is so many natural, like whole foods that have these ingredients and these supplements naturally in them. But if you need a little bit more, of a pick-me-up with collagen and creatine, then I love the Momentum creatine. And collagen, I love the Carnivore Aurelius and Just Ingredients. Both great collagens. And colostrum too. Love colostrum. I always put all those things in a smoothie whenever I make one, because I'm just like, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. Okay. Vitamin D supplements. I am obsessed with supplements and finding supplements that work for your own body and are specifically what for you need. But vitamin D is something that everyone should make sure that they're taking. I take a vitamin D supplement every day, and I'm still deficient in vitamin D based on my blood work that I got last month. So again, you can't go wrong with getting more vitamin D. And that includes the sun too. Go on a walk outside when it's sunny, just go enjoy the sun. It's not bad. The sun is literally something that humans have been thriving off of for, since literally the beginning of time. So the sun is to not be feared. I will say that. And anytime I've ever gotten sunburn, it's because of what I'm eating. It's not because of the sun or sunscreen. Literally, there's new studies coming out showing that sunscreen causes cancer. And I'm like, okay, so everything in America is a scam. Got it. Okay. Next thing, we have 3 things left. They kind of all go together. These 2 kind of go together, like working out, doing the Stairmaster, weights, Pilates, and then also ending a workout session with the sauna. I love a good sauna session. Forever and always will love a sauna, but doing the Stairmaster, I swear, is one of the best ways to get into crazy shape very quickly. You will just burn fat. You're in like a fat burning mode when you're on the Stairmaster. And when I used to be in like incredible shape, that's like all I would do with weights, like some light weights. But it was, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, like level 7, you're set at that point. You're set. Okay. And then the last thing I have on here is just overall, I want to use the springtime to kind of clear out old energy, recenter my focus and energy, and then not giving it to people who don't deserve it. That's been something that I have really been noticing recently, is that I have been a little bit too giving of my energy to people who don't deserve it, family and friends. And I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm not going to let people walk all over me and take things from me and just, you know what I mean? Like I'm over that, and I don't harbor any hard feelings. I just am simply letting it go. I think that's very good to stand up for yourself and have boundaries for yourself, just like you would tell your best friend to. And I think for so long, I kind of just was someone who would kind of talk the talk in this way, where I would stand up for people who I was really good friends with and, family members. And I'd be like, you can't don't let this person treat you like this. And then for myself, I'm like a hypocrite because I would let people, treat me in not good ways at all. Or people would, we'd make an agreement on something, someone doesn't hold up to their end, or just even being rude. You know what I mean? Like just very basic human things that I'm like, I know my intentions. I'm always also a very good communicator. I would say like I over communicate. And I think it's because in mine and Colby's relationship, we literally, like, marriage is so fun when you're married to, and so great, honestly, when you're married to someone who you can just talk about anything with. Like, it's literally the best thing. Like, we honestly like never get into arguments. Like, it's very rare. And I feel like the reason for that is because we're so open and we communicate everything with each other. We both just over communicate. And I'm so grateful for that. But it has set a very high standard for every other relationship that I have. And I'm grateful because it's made me just really hyper aware. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I'm really excited to, kind of tap into all my spring energy starting technically tomorrow, because today is Wednesday. I'm filming this today before this goes live. But I'm excited for you all, sending you so much love and good energy for springtime. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Before you go, I have something exciting for you. I'm doing a giveaway. So to enter, all you need to do is rate and review the show either on Apple or Spotify. Make sure that you're subscribed to the show, of course, so you never miss an episode. And head over to the @TrophyLife podcast Instagram and leave a comment on my latest post and let me know what your favorite takeaway was from today's episode, or comment some emojis, just something, and that will basically enter you into the giveaway. The more that you engage, the higher your chances of winning are, so don't be shy. I'll see you. I'll be engaging with you. And this is something I'm going to be doing ongoing. So even if you're listening to this episode later, you can still go and comment on my most recent post and it will 100% get you entered into the giveaway. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow the podcast, of course, on Instagram @TrophyLifePodcast. And if you haven't already, come join the club @TrophyLifeClub. This is just a community for the girls who like to romanticize their life and want to become the best version of themselves. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube @TaraKellySmith for more content. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next episode. Love you. Bye.